So what if the government took away all welfare given out to the many Americans and made people depend on what they do have, or in some cases, don't have? How do you think America would be today? Today, I will try to persuade you on why welfare is drastically important in America and why we should support it. Ever since I was younger, I've watched many families struggle to make ends meet, and I've also watched how the government has helped these families to make ends meet. First, I will talk to you about America's ongoing issue with welfare. Second, I will talk about different ways to support it. And lastly, I will discuss and how supporting it will make our country better as a whole. For decades now, there's been an immense debate on whether welfare should be abolished or not, as many taxpayers and government officials conflict among this matter every day. Many taxpayers don't understand why their money should be going towards welfare initiatives. Some tend to believe that while they're working hard every day, others who simply live off the government are just lazy and want whatever the government gives them. Nonetheless, this has become a rich versus poor matter. Lou Prince, in the article, The American Dream Meets a Fair Minimum Wage, released in 2014, provided by the online Sears Government Reporter, says a family living in poverty lives paycheck to paycheck. However, taxpayers do not see it that way. Welfare issues even go on at an even higher level, as there are disagreements about this even in the White House. According to the CQ researcher online and Marcia Clements' government spending article in July 2013, she wrote, "Mandatory spending programs are some of the government's most hotly debated issues. As while some in office may support welfare, others believe that the government merely spends too much money on welfare." Now that you have a little insight about America's ongoing issue, let's talk about how we can support it. There are a variety of different welfare programs that the government offers in aid to help others who are in need across the country, and your voice and opinion matters about these. One way to support welfare initiatives is simply by voting. Your vote truly does matter, as normally candidates of the presidential election are usually vocal about whether they're for or against government assistance and what they will do to improve it. Our president of today, Barack Obama, passed the Obamacare or Affordable Health Care Act in 2010 to help many Americans with health insurance such as Medicare and Medicare, thus improving the healthcare system. Kimberly Leonard wrote in her article, Americans' Healthcare Elixir in the U.S. News on July 30, 2015, Medicare has contributed to life expectancy that is 5 years higher than it was when the law passed. Imagine how many lives have been saved thanks to President Obama. Another way to support welfare reforms is by voicing that it is okay to be on welfare as well, as we all go through hardships. Being on welfare is sometimes frowned upon by others who are not on it, making others who want to be on it ashamed that they have to get help from the government. However, if we as a society can do better in letting it be known that programs are for the greater good, it's no telling how many lives and families we could save or help. Now that you're familiar with America's ongoing issue, ways we can support it, let's discuss how in supporting these issues it could benefit our country as a whole. Keeping welfare around has endless benefits, as some I'll discuss. Welfare programs help our future of today. Government assistance is mainly in place to help families provide for children of those homes. However, if welfare was taken away, with more than 45 million Americans living below poverty today, what will become of our great nation? We need the children of now to continue the ongoing legacy of America, and we cannot have that if many children are disabled because of no food or health insurance. Welfare also helps to reduce crime rates in America. Typically, when individuals can't get something, especially for their families, some will go through desperate measures to get these things accomplished, such as stealing or killing. Welfare, however, gives people a choice by saying that crime is not their only way out and that there's different options to help them. Consider how many lives are saved daily because people are able to provide for their families, making sure that their needs are met due to welfare. Welfare also benefits our economy. From the CQ researcher online in Marcia Clements' government spending article she wrote about Paul Krugman from the Mouse Debates in the New York Times on May 30, 2013, SNAP benefits helped families spend more on other necessities, thus propping up the economy, according to Krugman, who won the Nobel Prize in 2008. This basically says that with the help of SNAP, families may spend their money on other needs such as hygiene products or clothing, which only benefits those areas in the end. After hearing why welfare is important and why we need it, I will now preview what I have discussed. First, I talked to you about America's ongoing issue with welfare. Secondly, I told you ways that we can support it. And lastly, I told you, and by doing this, how it can benefit our country as a whole. So go out and support welfare, as even though it may not benefit you directly, it still does contribute to you in some type of way. Welfare has saved many lives of families, children, and just America as a whole.